Good evening. The late headlines now from HTV News. A school has been forced to reinstate an 11-year-old boy who shot his teacher in the neck. Geraint Pilcher was expelled from Llantwit Major Comprehensive after firing the toy gun, which was loaded with plastic bullets. But his parents appealed to an independent panel and they overturned the decision of the headmaster and the governors. Unions say teachers' authority is being undermined, but Geraint's mother believes he deserves to be back at school.
Geraint has never been in trouble before. He came from Ruth School, no trouble. He's never been in trouble with the police at all before. He was only here for the first 2 weeks of his school, and when this incident happened, they were all playing in the playground, and there was just one silly incident that happened, and it's just been all blown out of proportion.
Police have tonight released a picture of murdered postman Paul Savage in the hope more witnesses will come forward. He was battered to death as he delivered the post last Tuesday morning in Mould. It's known 30-year-old Mr Savage had been convicted of drugs offences and only moved to North Wales from Greater Manchester last summer. An 8-year-old boy is fighting for his life in hospital tonight after an horrific road crash near Bilth Wells. 3 men died in the accident yesterday afternoon. Here's our Mid-Wales reporter Rob Shelley.
Wreckage by the roadside, this all that remains of an accident in which 3 young men, all local, died. Police are investigating just how, when driving conditions were relatively good, their Ford Sierra collided with a lorry. An 8-year-old boy, also in the Sierra, has been moved to Laheath Hospital with injuries described as serious but stable.
Well, obviously we've got the family liaison officers, which are dedicated trained officers who have gone to speak to the family, who are assisting the family in all the processes that goes on after a death, and we're assisting them every way we possibly can.
The men haven't yet been named. Police are appealing for witnesses, but to locals in nearby Bilth Wells, the news hasn't come as a shock. Accidents are commonplace on the A470.
When I travel up to work every day from Abergavenny, usually there's once a week you either see a car in a ditch or a big hole in the hedge where something's gone through it with sort of police accident signs up. So, you know, it is a treacherous road, especially in the winter.
On the roads around here, the traffic is getting heavier and heavier, and the roads just seem to be getting smaller and smaller.
You only have to go a little way down the A470 to notice the number of roadside tributes, flowers that have been left at points where people have died. This is a dangerous stretch of road. It proved so again yesterday with 3 lives. Rob Shelley, HTV News, near Bilth Wells.
Former Tory Minister Rod Richards has been declared bankrupt. It comes after he lost a legal battle with a brewing firm over a loan to renovate a pub in West Wales. Mr Richards resigned from the Assembly last year after admitting he was struggling with alcoholism. In Wales today, more evidence of the split in Labour's ranks over a possible war with Iraq. Women from the party marched through Cardiff to protest against war plans. They say they're worried about the humanitarian consequences of military action.
Well, I think it's really important that from within the Labour Party we send a message up to Tony Blair that we are for peace. We don't want a war with Iraq. We don't think it's justified. We haven't seen anything that makes us feel that a war is justified at this present time.
It is so horrendous, both for the people that have to fight it and the innocent victims on the ground, that it is only absolute last resort. And I think people in Wales don't believe we're at that point of last resort.
A driver has been arrested in South Wales for using a laser diffuser, a device to jam police speeding equipment. It's the first arrest of its kind in the country. The driver has admitted perverting the course of justice. An Asian businesswoman who set fire to her shop and blamed it on racists has been jailed for 4 years. Prosecutors claimed it was a ploy to make money from an insurance claim. From Cardiff Crown Court, here's Stuart McTeer.
Hilltop store in Buryport remains closed more than 2 years after being set on fire. But today it wasn't racist arsonists who were jailed for the attack here, but owner Malkit Chand, convicted of setting fire to her own shop to try and clear her debts. Jailing Chand for 4 years, Judge Christopher Morton told her the risk to life from her plot was obvious and extreme. Then the mother of 3 was led from the dock in tears. An earlier court hearing heard how fake racist graffiti had been painted at the back of the shop, while inside a 5-gallon drum of petrol had been left surrounded by children's toys. Chand had left the shop just 17 minutes before the fire started. And in Buryport today, there was anger. She'd blamed the attack on others.
It was pretty bad that she did say it was racist. She brought in herself, making out that people of Buryport are racist, and obviously nobody was.
That is bad, you know. I mean, if she's blaming it on racial abuse, and it's not.
In the same case, Chan's husband Darshan had been acquitted of arson, and today the family's solicitor announced they'd be putting up a reward for fresh evidence to clear her.
Mrs. Chand maintains her innocence, and her family offer a substantial reward of £20,000 for any person that can provide fresh evidence which leads ultimately to the conviction of the true perpetrator.
Stuart McTeer, HTV News.
And that's it from us. We're back from 6:30 in the morning. I'll hand you back to the ITV News studios. From all of us here, a very good night to you. Bye-bye.